there. Welcome to another episode of Naija RealEstate Matter with Latana. Yes, I want to especially appreciate you for joining in or watching me today. For the sake of those who are just watching me for the first time, my name is Goodness Usman. Of course, I am your family realtor for Naija Realty 24. And if, of course, this is your first time for watching me, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on your notification button so that you don't miss on the next episode of this Naija RealEstate Matter with Latana. Okay, so today, on today's episode, I'll be addressing this issue that this subjects, by the way, that I've tagged affordable quality versus cheap quantity. You agree that is interesting, right? Okay, all right. So I'll go right into it. As I usually say on this, as I usually say for those that have watched my previous videos, that most of the things that I come up on this show to discuss is basically from my experience in the real estate business, in the real estate market, in Nigerian real estate market at large. It's from basically my experience and that of some of my colleagues. So it's not a hearsay and it's not an assumption. It is what I know and I've experienced, and I'm sharing it with you. Yes, why would I always want to come and share my experience with you? Is to also open your mind and give you insight, educate you on some subject matters that are around you, that surround you basically as a real estate investor. All right, so thank you once again for watching, and please keep watching this channel. Hopefully you will get one thing or the other that you've gained from us. Okay, so let me dive into it straight up. Okay, I just wanted to, because I know I've been a bit so serious, so I just wanted to lighten up the whole mood, All right, so when it comes to real estate investment or life in general, I've seen people with this cheap mentality. No matter what you say, the first thing that comes to their mind is cheap. They just want to buy it cheap. They don't care about the quality. They care more on the quantity, and they want to buy it cheap. Even when they can afford it, they're not interested. They just have this cheap mentality. In fact, I've seen people that it has eaten up their soul. And I feel like it is not a so good mentality to keep, especially if you're a real estate investor, especially if you're passionate about growing your net worth and you want to have this healthy mentality. I think one of the things we all need to get rid of in our life is this cheap mentality. Now, this is applicable generally in our lives, but I'm going to, as much as I can, stick to real estate investment on this subject matter, right? Okay, so for real estate, I've seen investors who will always want to buy a property that is cheap. The moment is not appearing cheap to them. Now, cheap is relative. If you ask me, yes, I know, but in this context, I'm talking about people who are always looking for 500,000 naira land of 800,000 naira, land of buy 5 get 1 free, buy 10 get 20 free, buy 1 get 1 million free, buy 20 buy. I'm not saying it is wrong for you to key into a promo of buy 5 get 1 free. Please don't get me wrong. Or buy 2 get 1 free, or buy 10 get 3 free, as it were. What I'm saying is, some of these investors just have this mentality that the land has to be cheap, especially when you're buying in locations that are just still growing. They are growing and buying in locations like Latana Ep7, or further Ikorodu. They just have this mentality that it has to be originally cheap. And I use the word originally cheap, so it means that it has to be cheap, no matter what. In fact, we have seen some people who would want to buy a land in Lekki Phase 1 at a very ridiculous amount, even in places like Ikeja. They'll be asking for a ridiculous amount because what? They have this cheap mentality and it's eating them up. Now, when you're always out as an investor and you're looking for cheap and quantity, you want to buy, you have 3 million naira to invest. Instead of you to buy 1 plot of land or 2 plot of land, depending on the location. So I'm going to use majorly Ibejuleki as my case study today on this conversation. So you want to buy a plot of land in Ibejuleki for investment. You now have 3 million naira. Instead of these investors that have this mentality of cheap, They would rather go and buy 5 get 1 free type, or buy 3 get 1 free kind of, because they won't call it quantity. They'll go and use it to buy 3 plots. Oh, I can buy 3 plots, I can buy 4 plots. In fact, I want to buy 10 plots with that my 3 million naira. Now, they are not checking out the security in this property, in this investment. They don't even care. It's not like they literally don't care or basically don't care. No, it's because of this, their cheap mentality. They really don't care. They will only care when the problem starts. So they will rather go and buy an excision in process. They'll go and buy an untitled, okay, so I'm not going to use that word too much. They want to buy an untitled land that is not safe, that is not free from anything. There's all forms of encumbrance. They go and buy such property in the name of cheap and quantity. They want plenty. We all want more. That's the truth. Every human on earth is wired to ask, to want more, to ask for more. It's like an Oliver Twist kind of a thing. So I get it. But what I'm talking about, I'm coming from the point of your own security. What's the point of buying something cheap and losing it than buying just one? I'd rather own one that is secured and to give me high return on the investment. Remember the reason why you're investing in the first place is to get high return on your investment, right? So why are you doing penny wise, pounds foolish? A lot of times, these investors that have this cheap mentality, or these people that have this cheap mentality, they're being penny wise, pounds foolish. Because at the end of the day, so if Mr. A takes 3 million naira to buy a plot of land, of an excised land or a gazette land in Ibejuleki, just one plot, maybe in beachfront, for instance, one plot. And Mr. B, go and buy, I don't know the name of these estates, I don't sell them, so I wouldn't be able to name them, okay? I only know the one, I will only talk about the one I know. And they go and buy company B and buy 6 plots or 4 plots. At the end of the day, in 5 years' time, Mr. A with 1 plot will get high return on investment. Mr. B with 5 plots will not even get anything because the government is going to take it away from him or her. So it's spending wise, pounds foolish. So it's like you're just taking your money and throwing it into an ocean. It doesn't make any sense. And a lot of them, from experience, I see that some of these investors don't even know. They're not conscious about it. It's subconsciously. They have this cheap mentality. I'd rather buy 10 units of something than buy one. I'd rather own 10 pairs of shoe than have 1 pair of shoe. Yes, you can say cheap is relative. And that's why that's what I'm going to talk about, affordable quality. So when we say cheap is relative, it now means you need to be looking for, so instead of going around the whole internet space and looking to buy land that is very cheap in problematic places, what about you go and look for a land that is cheap in places that are not problematic? So if you're looking to buy a land of 800,000, I'll tell you to go to Ekpe, because Ekpe is no problem zone yet. Getting your title, perfecting your title in Ekpe is easier. In fact, it's fast than Ibejuleki. A lot of lands have been sold in Ibejuleki for the past 4 years, almost 5 years now. Excision in process. None have gotten excision. None. Except very few. They are minute. You hardly can count them, right? But I've seen people who bought land in Mowe of Father, who got land in Ikorodu, who got land in Ekpe, and they've perfected their title less than 1 year ago. Do you get the difference? So if you want to buy cheap land, ask the right question. Ask Goodness Usman, your realtor. Make Goodness Usman your realtor. Let Goodness consult with Goodness. Let Goodness consult for you. Let her advise you which areas you can look for cheap. And that's why I said affordable. Instead of looking for cheap quantity, how about you start focusing your attention to affordable quality. So quality will give you high return on your investment. You need to look for quality when you're investing. Just like when you're buying a phone, you're buying a product, other product, you're buying a shoe, a material, other things. Just like you're buying other products. In real estate, it is important that you look for the quality. Quality also determines the location, right? When you're talking about quality in real estate, it's still majorly determined by location. So where is the location? If I go and buy a land in Apakin in Osun State, or in let me see where I'm from Kogi State, right? If I go and buy a land in Open Land now, I go and buy a land. In fact, all of the lands my father had there, they are worth something, but the high return on it, you can't compare it to Ibejuleki. You can't compare it to some places in Lagos. Do you get what I'm saying? So quality over quantity, quality should override quantity. I understand that some people, the reason why they have that, I mentioned earlier that when some people are yet to be a millionaire, they have that mentality, but they refuse. When they became a millionaire, they refuse to be intentional about changing that mentality. So they stick with that mentality. So yes, I know that all fingers are not equal. Hey, see now, they're not equal. So I'm very aware of that. So if right now what you can afford is 800,000, then you shouldn't do Ibejuleki, that was untitled land, because it's high-prone location. Government has interest in that place, 100%, in fact 1,000% interest. So they're like an eagle, they're like a hawk, they're looking over, rovering over Ibejuleki and looking at everything. So most of the extension in process land in Ibejuleki is story, like it's a waste of money. Yes, please quote me anyway, it's a waste of money. It's a ticky time bomb that will explode very shortly. Some people will lose their money. They already lost their money anyway. I did too. I invested in it when I didn't know. So if you want to look for affordable quality, ask the right question. Where? Mowe Ofada, fantastic. Ikorodu, yes. Ekpe, amazing. Abeokuta, yes. Some places in Abeokuta are fast growing, that you give you high return on your investment. Ibadan, yes. Some places in Ibadan right now are beginning to grow, that they are still very cheap. Yes, the return on the investment in these places I've talked about will not be as high as that of Ibejuleki. Then if you weigh your pros and cons, then you have to go for the ones. If you have to buy in Ibejuleki, then buy quality, buy affordable quality. Now, when you're looking out for, if you have this affordable quality in mind, it will do you two things. It will seriously guide you in making the right choice and asking the right question. So if I say you have to buy a titled land in Ibejuleki, now when you want to get it, you'll be looking for bargains. It's a different thing when you now say, okay, this is a titled land, it's selling for 3 million naira per plot. What discount can I get? Even if it's 50,000 naira you press for, that's a different thing. It's different from looking for a cheap mentality, having a cheap mentality. Affordable quality is now saying, I've seen this thing, I've seen this investment, is in the right location, this house is good for me, but how much discount can I get out of this one? How much discount more can I suck out of the seller? That's affordable mentality. How much discount can I get? Okay, so apart from paying for the land, there are other statutory free. Okay, so if I'm buying 6 plots, can they give me more discounts if I increase my number of plots? Because yes, most of the time when you increase your number of plots, they give you more discounts. So you start asking those questions, asking for discount. You start looking out for promo. When they are running a promo, it's okay now that they are running a promo, let me quickly key into it. That's affordable mentality. Affordable mentality is looking for when there's a promo running, when there's a discount on it, how to get a discount out of the deal, how to get a better deal. Not that you're looking for everything cheap. Some people, when you show them a particular amount of property, they'll tell you, no, I don't have that. No. I want 10 plots with 5 million naira. How? I usually say that investors who have this cheap, I'm sorry I'm using that style, the Nigerian will understand, that have this cheap mentality always is saying, come and scam me. That's the truth. You might not agree, but it's the truth. You are sometimes saying, come and scam me, come and scam me, come and scam me, come and scam me. You will either be scammed, because you see, some of these things also happen with some real estate agents. By the time they realize that you have cheap mentality, you just want everything cheap. They are tired of you. They don't know how to tell you the truth. In fact, some have told you the truth. So they'll do what? They'll start lying to you. They will start telling you lies. They'll start lying to you. That's what you're asking. Jesus Christ. That's what you're asking to be done. You're asking to be lied to. When you have this cheap mentality, real estate is very sensitive. Please stop asking to be scammed. I beg you in the name of God. Stop asking to be scammed. Be looking out for affordable quality in real estate investment. And please note, buying a land, I'm very serious, buying a land that does not have title does not make any sense. It's penny wise, pounds foolish. It's like you just want to take your money and put it. The risk is too high. In fact, the risk is not 70%, it's 99%. In Ibejuleki, you can buy a no title land in Ekpe. You can buy in Ogun State, places in Mowe Ofada, places like Abeokuta, etc. You can in Ibadan, you can. because for now, getting those documents, the title perfected in those areas are not as risky. They're not prone areas. They're not high risk like Ibejuleki. And why is Ibejuleki high risk? Because of the infrastructure that are coming in there. The Dangote refinery, the seaports, the Lekki Free Trade Zone. There's so much. It's going, for God's sake, it's going to be the third largest commercial hub in Africa. So what are you saying? You're saying that Lagos State government will just close their eye to such as this? No, now they won't. And see, Ekpe is a spillover of Ibejuleki. So if you are an investor watching me, you should also consider Ekpe right now. I'm not here coming to advocate for one person. I'm just telling you the truth as an investor that you need to know. All right, so I hope I've been able to drive home my points today. And please, of course, if you have any question whatsoever, please put it in the comment section. If you have a contrary opinion, because I'm always open to learning every day. If you have a contrary opinion or a different angle to this subject matter, please put it in the comment section. I will be there reading it because I also want to learn from you. I don't know everything, right? I'm learning every day. I'm just speaking from my experience. And because I've seen a lot of investors go into problem because of this cheaper. 3 years ago, I got a call yesterday and he was like, he didn't buy it from me because I refused to sell. He went and said, no, how will I tell him to buy one plot for I think it was 2 million naira then. How will I tell him to buy one plot in Ibejuleki for 2 million naira? Go for B, where you can buy 4 plots or 5 plots, thereabouts. Buy 5, get 1 free. He went to buy the buy 5, get 1 free. Till now, no title. So he called me back yesterday and was lamenting. I'm like, okay, sorry. What do you want me to do? He said, oh, if only I die, no. Okay, sorry. The only thing I could say was sorry. There's nothing else I can say. I cannot help him. I can't perfect the title for him. The real estate company is not even giving the assurance they were giving him then. They're no longer giving him now. So he's so disappointed. I said, but I was telling you then. You thought I was going to teach. I wanted to cheat you or something. No, you went to where they were not going to cheat you, right? And now say, so please, you have worked for your money. It's your hard-earned money. And like I said, the reason why you're investing in real estate is to get high return on your money. So why don't you do it wisely? Why don't you invest wisely? Why don't you invest rightly? Wisely and rightly is important. It's not just about bringing money and putting it in something in the name of real estate. It's about doing it right. It's about doing it wisely. And I hope that going forward, you would strategically invest wisely and have it at the back of your mind that it is cheap does not mean it's quality. Of course, that it is quality does not mean it is cheap, but you need to know that in real estate, affordable quality is the game, not cheap quantity. It's nothing. It doesn't work. If you're looking for high return on your investment, I'll say it again. Cheap quantity will not work. Affordable quality is what will work, because I know that we are all looking for something affordable so that we can get more on our return, which is not a bad thing. But stop looking for cheap so that you will not be scammed, because a lot of people have been scammed. If you look at it, there is either they were greedy or they were looking for too cheap things. When it's too cheap, run away. All right, thank you so much for sticking with me today. My name remains Latana, and again, please, if this is your first time for watching me, please subscribe and turn on your notification button so that you don't miss the next episode on Naija Real Estate Matter with Latana. Yes. If you're wondering if you have watched my film, one of my films before, yes, I am a Nollywood actress and also a filmmaker. So thank you. If you have watched my film, once again, thank you for watching this video. Thank you. I hope I've been able to, open your eyes or your mind to some of the things that would help you grow your real estate investment. Don't forget to put in your comments in the comment section. See you guys on the next episode. Thank you and God bless.